All right, your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
My name is Anita. I'm 37. I was trying to hear him out. I know you said you've been on the show before, and I don't know, that I felt like a red flag, but I don't think there's like an attraction between us.
Okay. Okay.
No, she's someone that's your type?
Yeah. She's my type. Definitely, I like her skin tone. I like dark skinned women. She's beautiful. You know what I mean? And I like the fact that you got braids. Like you embracing your yeah.
Oh, I'm shocked, and I didn't think you were attracted.
Why are you shocked?
I don't know. I didn't think I was his type.
So I had to hurry up and record this. My phone is about to die, and I was in the middle of already editing a whole bunch of videos lined up for the channel so I can go ahead and pace myself out a little bit for the next week. I mean, I still got a lot of stuff I'm still working on. I'm telling you, there's a lot of videos that I have in store that's pretty much spaced out over the next month's worth of time. I mean, there is a lot of content that I gotta get created, and I used my whole last day off sleeping, so I lost an entire day there. Well, anyway, one of my old guilty pleasures kept just falling back up in here, just like an old dirty ex that I can't get rid of. Well, Pop the Balloon released a new episode. Yeah, Arlette dropped another one. And I want to finally be one of the first people that actually releases a video on this before everybody else has this reaction, because somebody else is going to have this reaction soon. And it means I'm probably going to have to release another video in the same day. And I hate doing that. Well, anyway, basically, this video is talking about how dark-skinned women, y'all need to stop ruling yourselves out. Don't give up on yourselves because, well, obviously there's a big trope that goes out there that a lot of y'all aren't very confident in yourselves sometimes. Some of y'all got all the confidence in the world. Some of y'all way too confident, just like anybody else that's out here. It doesn't matter if you're as white as Snow White or as black as overcooked roadkill. It doesn't matter. Any way you can find yourself to be extremely attractive or extremely beat up. Because in this episode, we got a dark-skinned woman who is a very pretty woman. You know, if you look at her just aesthetically with her face and whatnot. Now, for me personally, she's a little bit bigger for me, but somebody is going to take her because she is a pretty woman. She was just already self-sabotaging, which is really disappointing because it's like, why are you going to rule yourself out before somebody else can? Like, I get sometimes you just want to beat the punch and be like, listen, I don't want to take the pain right now. And I already know you're coming to pop the balloon. I'm going to pop. But this wasn't one of those cases. And yes, to her dismay.
So we still do have quite a lot of ladies with their balloon left. Oh, okay. Let's go down over there. All right. Your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
My name is Anita. I'm 37. I was trying to hear him out. I know you said you've been on the show before, and I don't know, that I felt like a red flag, but I don't think there's like an attraction between us.
Okay. Okay.
No, she's someone that's your type?
Yeah. She's my type. Definitely, I like her skin tone. I like dark skinned women. She's beautiful. You know what I mean? And I like the fact that you got braids. Like you embracing your yeah.
Oh, I'm shocked, and I didn't think you were attracted.
Why are you shocked?
I don't know. I didn't think I was his type.
Shocker. Somebody said they like dark-skinned women.
I should think that, but
you're very beautiful. I like your skin tone again, and you got gorgeous almond eyes, and yeah.
Okay.
So are you still leaving your balloon on pop? Is he someone that is your type?
He's attractive. I just didn't think I was his type.
Why are you eliminating yourself? You want the balloon back?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get that balloon back.
Me personally, I said I like darker skinned women. Doesn't mean I'm going to end up with one because it depends on who's around. But I do like darker skinned women. I mean, I think a lot more light skinned guys like darker skinned women than you might think. I mean, Drake does have a thing for a lot of different women, and Drake just has problems, and honestly, I need to not mention him ever again on this channel because he is completely sabotaged and just put a terrible face on a whole, movement of light-skinned bros. I mean, we are taking mad L's. Beige rage has never been at a cringier point. But this woman was self-sabotaging, and it's something that many of y'all don't need to do. Same thing with guys. Guys sabotage themselves all the time. We immediately rule ourselves out, especially when it comes to being short or we're like lacking confidence in other areas, especially these dudes who have the smaller peen. They're definitely the ones who's like, I'm not going to approach because then eventually if things go well, it might lead to, the bedroom, and thus I might have to pull my pants off and then I'll be exposed. And exposed I will be. And thus in the exposure, they might not see a whole lot lot, which will be really unbecoming, and that would really destroy my confidence. And I don't want to go through that again, because that's what those people are thinking. I can only imagine that's got to be painful. Oh God, I just, the cringe. I mean, that's the cringiest thing I can ever imagine. But, you know, thank you, Jesus Christ. Well, enough of the micro penis. It doesn't matter. Guys self-sabotage all the time. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it comes down to having not enough money, or having nice enough cars, or having a nice enough place to live, or good enough clothes, or, you know, access to, you know, good water. You know, it doesn't matter. I'm just thinking some things off the top of my head. Or maybe they have hygiene issues, or they have, you know, an ingrown, you know, toenail that just is really big, or they just have some other issues that they don't want to talk about. Maybe some of these guys have weird fetishes, or they got weird books up on the shelf, or they got a whole bunch of hentai, you know, cartoon porn all over the place, and you're like, dude, okay, that's a little bit much. Now, for those guys, honestly, they wouldn't even be here. So what am I talking about? Like, a guy who's into big hentai, he's not gonna be on Pop the Balloon, or actually into women whatsoever. And in case you don't know what hentai is, it's essentially animated pornography. I mean, that's what it is. Now, for those who are out there playing, no, it's not that yet. Yes, it is. And any of you guys who are engaging in that, listen, do your own thing on the side. We can be cool. Just don't ever bring it up to me in conversation, because I will judge you. I will judge you, and I won't look at you the same. I will say things about you to other people. I'll say, you know what he watches on the side? Yeah. Don't go over to his house alone, especially to women. I'll be like, listen, they have a whole bunch of weird fantasies, a whole bunch of weird stuff that they're into. And I guarantee you, you do, and you are effed up. You just don't know it yet. You ain't figured it out. But I'm telling you, if you're into that, you're not going to be into women. But back to the women. So obviously, I think the intensity started picking up as the round kept going, right? Because she got her balloon back, because she was like, oh my God, he actually likes my skin. Yes, I do want my balloon back. So thank goodness she decided that she was going to take her balloon back. And then she had to progress. And I know the nerves started building up again.
Sorry.
All right. So your name and age, and why was your balloon unpopped?
Sophia, 36. Very attractive, and I want to hear more about him.
Because obviously, as this guy's asking more questions, the intensity's picking up. I know the anxiety is increasing. I know she's getting nervous deep down, sweating bullets inside. Like, he's going to pop me eventually. And
Your name and age, and answer to his question.
My name's Anita. I'm 37. And what I learned from my last relationship is you can't love someone into loving you back, like sticking to who you are and what your boundaries are. So I just kind of found myself losing myself, trying to make myself become this person for someone, because I wanted to be loved the right way when I could have just walked away.
What's being loved the right way? Like, what's that for you? What's that look like?
Well, when sometimes infidelity means that you're lacking something, so you're looking for that, right? And people make mistakes and everything like that, because we're adults. But if it's constant, you're just holding on to me for something. You're not you don't want me. I might just fulfill a need for you selfishly. So you just keep me around, but that messes up me. So, yeah.
Okay. Man. All right. What's the pop?
just like Trae Young a few years ago in the playoffs, to her surprise, she advanced again. She still got her balloon.
Okay, we gotta dwindle them down, so I'm gonna have you pop two.
Okay. All right.
Whenever you're ready.
Start the pop.
Okay, one more.
So obviously we're down to the final two. And obviously, if you saw the way he looked at that light-skinned chick earlier, talking about, I really like your makeup, I like your hair, I like your get up, you would start to think that that's the one he was really fond of. And he looked at her and he's like, you know what? I really like what I'm seeing here. And I thought he was really into her too, because I think he started having this back and forth mentally of like, ooh, I really don't want to get to the point where I feel like I'm going to let somebody down. Because I was starting to think personally, is he having a mental complex thinking, do I choose the darker skinned woman because that's socially acceptable here and it's a big win for everybody else? I look great. I do like darker skinned women, but I'm going to eliminate this light skinned woman because I need to do this because that's what the people want. No, he needs to do it because it's what he wants. But process of elimination, obviously the questions kept getting asked, and then thus the other light skinned girl popped her balloon. The light-skinned girl popped her balloon.
Like, how would you communicate to your partner that you need space, or like, what does that look like?
Yeah. It looks like I need space.
Like I kind of have like an anxious attachment style. I know that about myself. So I would need like someone who would over communicate like, hey, I need a little space, and like just, give me a little reassurance in those moments. And it sounds like you might kind of just do your own thing a little bit. Yeah, which is a little scary for me. But yeah, other than that, you're very attractive. I loved everything you had to say, but yeah.
But just because it comes down to the final person who doesn't have their balloon pop, well, she does ask some good questions here to follow up at the end, because it is something curious. Because this guy, I completely failed to mention, he's been on this show before and it didn't work out. That was the first thing they stated when he, rolled out of the back. It was like, hey, weren't you here before? Arlette was like, what happened? You know how Arlette likes to question and probe these people and be like, hey, what's the deal? Well, he didn't really explain. And I guess, here we go.
Okay, so what exactly happened with the match from last time?
I prefer, so what happened previously in previous relationships, she's not here to defend herself, so I don't want to say anything.
Okay.
But now we're in the final stage. Now she's finally up there with him on stage. These are the final moments of judgment. She gets to still have her balloon popped. If he decides that he doesn't want to have her there, then he could still say no at the end of the day. I already know her answer is yes, but what was his?
And is it a yes for you for her?
Yes.
We got a match!
And thus we can all sit back and shed a tear and rejoice. We all win here today. I feel like this was a good one for humanity. We're all going broke out here on the streets, here in our average homes here in America, but guess what? Something good happened on Pop the Balloon. A success for all of us. Thank goodness we can witness something great today. Maybe true love will be established. Maybe they will go off and have those babies. He was talking about being married, having multiple children, and she got really excited. And I'm glad to know that they didn't have to get a mop out there to clean that up outside of cleaning up the debris of the other balloons, because that is usually enough to clean up the set, but to imagine you had to actually clean up some other liquids would be wild. But it would be exciting and it definitely would go viral. But enough of that. I just wanted to bring this to y'all's attention because I thought this was a really good thing. If you like videos like this, then check out another video that I'm gonna hopefully have posted up on the screen. I can't really control it. Hopefully it's my last one about Austin Holloman. I don't know where it's gonna be on the screen, but hopefully it's somewhere. If you ain't seen it on the screen, go back and check that one out, especially if you're into the passport bros who are always crashing out and showing you exactly what type of men not to be like. And go figure, there goes those police again. Ambulances and fire trucks, 911 Nashville, coming soon to you.